a society. I'm not, disclaimer, I'm not any orthodontist or nothing at all. I'm just a guy who is really interested on these things and has been researching for the past 2 or 3 years these things, and been researching for myself, being interested in why some people have more craniofacial structure, if this is all genetics or maybe there's other factor that contribute to this development. I don't know, maybe if they are treated better or worse according to how do they look. And yes, it affects. I'm going to spoil you. It is called the halo effect, but we will see that in another video. And I will not focus too much in putting experiments or things like that, because from my experience, it make the people to feel bored. So we are going to make more dynamic videos, Photoshop, fluid presentations, because I know that many people may get bored with so many information, so many data. So I will make it the simplest way I know. The facial feature we are going to see today are the hunter eyes. This facial feature is mostly look for men. Many men want to have it. I don't know what man doesn't want to have the hunter eyes. No, woman doesn't look for it, but maybe there's a woman that benefits from the hunter eyes. The thing with hunter eyes is that may look too masculine. So if you put hunter eyes in a woman's face, it may look too hard for the rest of the facial features of the woman, because these features may look too soft. And if you put a very, very hard facial feature around these soft facial features, she may look really intimidating and not feminine at all. So the 3 main characteristics, although there are more, of the hunter eyes are the positive canthal tilt, the eye to be hooded, and the low or nothing scleral show. So the canthal tilt, positive canthal tilt, means basically that the outer canthus is more upper than the lower canthus. So it is a design, for example, you see in many cars that it may look angry, more intimidating. That's why characters of, Dragon Ball, for example, look at Goku, Vegeta, these characters, if you look at their eyes, their outer canthus is more upward than the inner canthus. It is no deal breaker have a neutral canthal tilt as long as you have the other characteristic, but a slightly positive is very optimal if you want to reach your genetic potential. I will say even having a negative canthal tilt may be really hard to save, but you can save it as long as I've said, you have the eye hooded. In this case, you cannot have any scleral show, but it's not a deal breaker have any negative canthal tilt either. For example, let's make some edits for a model, and we are going to play with his canthal tilt, and you guys are going to put in the comments what canthal tilt you prefer, what results you more intimidating, what suits better in the face of the model. So now you can see the photos of the model. What do you prefer? I'm not an expert in Photoshop, but I use it too much. I use it very often in Photoshop, and I have some experience, but I'm not any expert or nothing at all. So maybe there's some mistake, I beg you to forgive me, but I think the difference is clear. If not, you can look at some men with negative canthal tilt and the same man with a positive canthal tilt. You can see other edits and see what's better, what likes you more, and what picture looks more intimidating. The second characteristic of the feature known as the hunter eyes are the few or nothing scleral show. Scleral show is like the white area that surrounds the iris, all that white area. Well, if you could see the area below the iris, if you cover that area, it looks much more intimidating. And let's see some edits. I mean, if some surgeries to correct these things exist, it is because the after results looks much more better and an improvement is really obvious. So you cannot deny that covering the scleral show is a positive thing. But having a few scleral show or nothing at all beneath the iris is really
looks really masculine and much more like a mysterious man, I don't know. With too much scleral show, the eye adopts a look from like if it looks like a droppy eye, and that makes you like feel, makes you the appearance of a tired person. You know, it makes like look like you are melting. In fact, there's people that not only have the eyes, but also have the rest of the head, the face, like it looks like it is melting. And this is another video, we will discuss this, but it's because they have not had a proper craniofacial development throughout their childhood, and they have not have good habits, facial tongue posture, so that has led to a really poor facial structure. The eye to be hooded is a characteristic really difficult to explain, but if you guys can see it, it's really much more easier. It's easier than explain it. It is like the humans, we have the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid. Well, if upper eyelid, when it is covered by the area beneath the eyebrow, it looks, many people say that looks much more masculine and attractive, and I'll show you some other images without or with the eye to be hooded, and you guys are gonna realize that this is really important. These three characteristics I have told you are not the main, are the main characteristic, but there are several more, but these three main characteristics are essential to give the famous hunter rise look to our eyes. Also, it's, in conclusion, it's like the general shape of the eye, you know? At the end of the day, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder is not true in a certain way, because it is more true in things that have to do with like color. Maybe you like more the green color to the brown color, but there's another word in facial aesthetics that have to do more with the shape of the face, and that is much more important than color, believe me. You can put a blue eye, and if it has too much scleral show, it is not hooded, have a negative canthal tilt, it won't look much more appealing than an eye with positive canthal tilt, completely hooded and with nothing scleral show. Believe me, even if it's the worst color you have ever seen, it is going to look much more appealing to you the second eye. The color is not as important as many people think. Also, the lips and the nose have to do you some favor, because if nose looks too big and the mouth the same, the lips looks too big too, may make your eyes look smaller and not be proportionate. The thing is, because male lungs are bigger, we need bigger noses, but the hunter eyes are not generally too big. This is because they are like really flat, so these hunter eyes have to be combined with a medium, slightly small nose in order not to look so small and not look disproportionate. But the area is not only the eyes themselves, there's also the eyebrow, that if you have an eyebrow with not hair, not dark, it may subconsciously not look masculine and is not really appealing for a woman or for somebody who likes men. However, if it looks really with much hair, really dark, it's a sign of virility and masculinity. Look at John Cortajarena's eyebrow. This eyebrow is like the perfect example for a masculine eyebrow. It's really dark, really with much hair. If you compare it with this other eyebrow, I think who's the clear winner, and not because the eyebrow masculine is of John Cortajarena.